Rob Little. And the referee is another very experienced man. It's George Clancy. He was actually the referee whenever Ulster won last in Dublin at the RDS in 2013. So it's Ross Byrne who will probably be on the bench for the semi-final next week if Johnny Sexton is fit, which he is expected to be.
Tackle now!
And Ulster lost 4 line-outs last week, Leinster lost 3, and between them they've lost 51 throws in the league. Here is Sean Cronin, 34 years of age now, 70 caps for Ireland, so there is a lot of experience in this side, as Stephen Ferris said, in the spine of the team. Kieran Frawley, and we saw Robbie Henshaw do that for Gary Ringrose last week, bit closer to the line. They've tried the same trick again. Ulster's defence has to be sound here because Leinster are beginning to bear down. Stuart McCluskey goes in with a heaving tackle. Jamison Gibson Park. Ulster cannot afford a soak tackle on their own line or Leinster will be over it and scoring. And this is where Leinster have traditionally been so good, just patiently going through phase after phase until the opposition defence eventually cracks. So Ulster need that integrity. Rob Little was signalling for a little bit of help over on that left-hand side. In comes Max Deegan, who latches on as Leinster go for that line, and they do get over the line. And there is that patience that I was talking about. And it's the captain, first-time captain for Leinster, Ed Byrne, who comes up with the score. And that really is a blow to the heart of Ulster, but the perfect start for the champions.
Well, what a contrast. Sam Carter giving away the penalty. He's leading by example tonight. He's the captain for Ulster, but it's Leinster's captain, Byrne, who scrambles over for the try. A great latch, and he reaches out, and Clancy's there.
Using it to great effect there. Ross Byrne, 16 points for him against Ulster in the European quarter-final in this stadium last season. A match that Ulster could well have won, but didn't. And Leinster have scored 8 tries in the first 62 minutes. It really was a frenzy of a game.
Stay near the scrum 9.
So John Cooney feeds, and off goes Marcel Coetzee, and again a little bit rusty, a little bit sloppy from Ulster, allowing Leinster to put pressure on that Ulster defence. And here is Ian Madigan, Heineken Cup winner with Leinster on 2 occasions. Since then he's been to Bordeaux and Bristol, where it really didn't work out for Madigan. Now towards the...
With that chop tackle. We've seen a couple of chop tackles there and a couple of turnovers from Ulster, so maybe a tactic by the coaching staff at Leinster.
He's in.
Sean Cronin, who scored a try against Ulster in that 2012 Heineken Cup final at Twickenham when Leinster beat Ulster comfortably. Over 100 points in League and European Cup this season. Now a fully fledged Irish international, and lands the additional points for Leinster. A good solid start from them in terms of the scoreboard.
It's the discipline
on the World Cup. Gibson Park. Ross Byrne, whose brother Harry was man of the match against Ulster at Christmas. Cian Kelleher takes it. Tackle from Matt Fadez. Leinster arriving quickly. Gibson Park to Max Deegan. Deegan, 2 tries in December against the men in the white shirts. Off goes O'Loughlin. Gibson Park again for Michael Bent, another international. Though it's been a while since he won his last cap, 5 years to be exact. Will Connors. Gibson Park. And this is when the pressure begins to ramp up on the defence. It starts to feel relentless. Josh Murphy with the carry. Advantage Leinster's way. Slow ball. Here is Ross Byrne, puts it into space. Rob Little's got a scurry back here and hopes the ball bounces well for him, which it does.
Slowing the ball down. 4.
Leinster have kicked the ball more in the
personnel they change.
and part of it's a mindset. Even when Leo and Stuart change the team, they expect them to go out and put in a big performance and win. So these guys, like, it's effectively Leinster's second string against a strong Ulster team. They want to have the perfect season. They want to stay unbeaten for the season, and they see it as being, you know, a massive obligation.
And Madigan does go for the corner. Let's see if Ulster can profit here from a driving maul. They got over the Connacht line twice last week. McBurney failing to ground the ball. Oh, and they've lost it in the key position, and Leinster getting up and competing, and unfortunately Rob Herring's poor stats
Use it!
are added to with that lost throw.
Stay up now.
In fairness, Robbo, I think you got to give a lot of credit to Leinster there. They probably double bluffed him there, didn't they, Birch?
Yeah, it looked like they gave it the front, and Ulster decided to take it, and then in the last minute Maloney gets up and steals it. Very smart line operator. But yeah, it's just really smart from Leinster.
Came on in the first half last week. Manal O'Connor went off, and of course there's no Ian Henderson, who's out with an injury. He's had hip surgery, so they need players like Carter, Treadwell to step up in the absence of one of their spiritual leaders in Ian Henderson. There's another of these spiritual leaders, John Cooney, and that'll frustrate him. They knock on there.
Yeah, just the delivery. If you're taking the ball off the top of the front, which Ulster's trying to do here, you got to send your 9. It's got to be on his outside hip. He has his runners on. He could walk home.
Giving me stick all night about my lack of fashion sense. Here's Coetzee. Takes 2 men. Always seems to take 2 men. Sean Cronin, one of them. Here's Cooney now. Madigan. Jordy Murphy. So it's 3 Leinster men working a little triumvirate, little triangle. Now Sam Carter. Brumbies have sent a few players Ulster's way. Christian Leilefano and Henry Spate, another couple. Here's Tom O'Toole. Madigan just caught with ball by Connors. He really is a very efficient open side flanker, as Will Connors. Does all sorts of damage, both in terms of his tackling and over the ball. Treadwell, mini carry from Ulster's second row, the former Harlequin. Cooney, again, a poor kick off. Cooney, he does look ring rusty out there, is that fair to say? 49 tries from line out and scrum this season, Leinster. Long way to go from here, though. They might just get it in and get it out, get into the sheds at half-time. Gibson Park checks with George Clancy. Penalty coming their way anyway.
Or if you want to make sure, just milk the penalty and take on any doubt out of it. Great scrum from Leinster.
It is, but you have to tap it first.
Ross Byrne just chips it out.
Half time.
So it's the men in purple, led by that man Ed Byrne, who scored the only try of that first half. And Leinster, without having to do a huge amount particularly well, are leading an Ulster side who have given away penalties. They've turned over a lot of ball. They haven't found a huge amount of rhythm either. So here at the Aviva Stadium, it's Ulster 0, Leinster 13 at half-time. He's lost the ball now in possession. They were guilty of that on multiple occasions in the first half. Ulster, Ross Byrne. Here is Rob Kearney. Will he be the Leinster starting fullback in those knockout matches?
Sure, and that type of mistake lets the whole team down. And you know, when you're playing against a team like Leinster's quality, you need to be more accurate. But I agree with you. Yeah, they need someone to take that jersey, make it his own, and become a standout player every week.
Penalty advantage. Remember the high try count that Leinster have from
number 3 under pressure.
Set piece play, but George Clancy does not allow that advantage to develop.
No, Leo won't be breakdancing, but he look, incredibly successful in his own right.
Fine kick by Ross Byrne, and just to emphasise, Ulster not winning a league game and trailing at half-time, and Leinster looking to move inexorably towards yet another win to the total.
Bring in Northern Hemisphere coaches to get a different point of view and not just see the Kiwi way as being the best.
Wonder will we see Leinster relaxing a little bit here now and opening up against this maybe vulnerable Ulster side. Ian Madigan looked very relaxed there, maybe too relaxed. Hugo Keenan, all that pace. Cooney has pace too. Can Keenan get there first? Rob Little, lovely one-handed pickup by the Ulster left winger under
Hands
pressure.
out, Red! No.
It was almost a little bit too laissez-faire by the man who played some rugby in France, so we certainly know what that means. Here's Cooney. Treadwell just carries it on, trying to get Ulster into a better position here, but look at that scoreboard now against the multiple champions in 2 competitions. Even though it is, yes, their second string, 15 changes from last week. How do Ulster come back from this?
Wow, how casual was that? He was right below us. He pulls up, gets himself into a great position, and he just stops. And he expects to catch the ball. He's got to be on his toes. He's got to get the hands up. Just stop there, just takes his eye off it. We've all been there. We all have made that mistake before. But Madigan, his first start in an Ulster jersey.
Well, they've got a penalty, so they can build from here. And off goes Matt Fadage. Quickly, Ed Byrne, the try scorer, with the tackle. Gets a bit of assistance from Frawley. It'll last some time inside this Leinster 22, and again, it's that go-to man, the behemoth, Marcel Coetzee. Here's another key access point, Stuart McCluskey, heavyweight ball carrier as well. Now Madigan, can he side through the defence of the side he served so well for so long? Won 2 Heineken Cups in a Leinster shirt. George Clancy plays. Ulster advantage here as Kieran. It's worked well this time. It's gone to Sam Carter. Ulster lost a line-out throw like that in the first half in a key position, and they're all over the line here are Ulster, and they've got themselves back into the game. And Rob Herring, who scores so many tries in that hooker's jersey for Ulster, scores another one. Had a hat-trick earlier on in his career in a white shirt, and he can be deadly when Ulster do get themselves well formed and into the right kind of shape.
Yeah, that's the problem when you do contest. So Leinster threw up Josh Murphy, lifted by Ross Maloney, and then you see Devon as well. So when you look at it as it's built here, you can see Devon's around the side, Ross Maloney's caught high, and Josh Murphy's caught high. And in fairness to Ulster, their leg drive is excellent. They get it built really quickly and just shear through that space and that vacuum. And a good score from Herring, who knows where the try line is.
John Cooney. Ulster have the best goal kick success rate in the league, 87%. That's probably why. Fullback, well used to playing in that position. John Andrew finds David O'Connor, brother of Alan. David, who played with his brother at the RDS against Leinster 5 days before Christmas. John Andrew, remember Rob Herring, the other hooker, has scored Ulster's only try. Front row forwards, scoring the 2 tries so far tonight. Here is McCluskey again. You see the importance of McCluskey getting through contact and putting the Leinster defence onto the back foot. Now it's O'Connor, Cooney, James Hume, lovely little offload on the inside. Quicker ball for Cooney. Now Marty Moore meets Devon Toner, another former Leinster player. Coetzee again. Will Connors, one of those low chop tackles. It's a good way to bring Coetzee down. It might be the only way to bring Coetzee down. The offload to Rob Little, tries that little squirreling ball out of the back of the hand.
Back number 13
so the Ulster team all knew there was an advantage coming their way, so they gave it a crack. What about the Ballyhome bruiser? Not do. Cooney, as you say, Stephen, take those 3 points, make it a 1-score game. We're going to have a cracking last 12 minutes here now. Should be plenty of excitement. Converted try would do it for Ulster and end this Leinster 22-match winning run, remember. Scott Penny on the ball. There's a lot more ferociousness about this Ulster side as they sense they might be able to beat Leinster here.
It's because they're in with a sniff, Robbo.
Here's Frawley. Done some neat and tidy things in that 12 shirt. Harry Byrne. James Hume, good tackle, kept his eyes on the man. Wasn't going to buy that dummy from Harry Byrne.
Last one.
Kyle McCall, he's trying to get his hands on the ball at the breakdown. Leinster retaining that possession. Osborne again for Byrne. Frawley, Ulster defence up quickly through McCluskey. Here goes Byrne. Must be a lot of exhausted players out there now, certainly the ones that started the game.
Play on, all stopped.
Osborne, Marty Moore, good engine
Last.
from Moore. Again, the Ulster defence now is getting up a lot quicker than it was. There's a lot of space out here for Penny to run into. If he can get the bounce, he can, and he gets the placement. And it's a firecracker of a cross kick. How was the space exposed there by Leinster? That shows their awareness. It shows you how Leinster can kill you off so quickly with a little moment of class.
Yeah, they can just get a try so easy. And we see here, Harry Byrne tried one of these a little bit earlier, overcooked it, but that is pitch perfect. Look at Ludick, he's coming all the way across, but Penny, he's a try-scoring machine, scored a lot of tries last year. Great finish from him, awareness, times his run, and he was given that call. I could see off the camera, he was given that call across Harry Byrne. He spotted that space there, and that's a class finish from your back row. Keenan was over on the other side. He'd gone Murphy and Cian Kelleher and Dan Levy. Didn't coach Scott Penny, I coached his brother. Yeah, great family, and just another one on the production line. There's so many now coming through. And there's a couple of players on the rest of the senior cup team this year.
Getting his 30th birthday now. Harry Byrne for Keenan. And now it's Jimmy O'Brien, and now O'Loughlin, Cian Kelleher. Will that try from Leinster take the pup out of Ulster? Well, maybe not. Maybe Ulster are going to produce the electric finish through Cooney with the try. Yes, he gets it down. Is there still a chance for Ulster in this final 5 minutes? We could yet have a pulsating climax.
Do you reckon he was on the line there?
It looked like he was slightly offside, but look, at credit to him, his team are behind. He's got to take a gamble. He's got to come up with a big play.
The on-field decision is try. Just need to check if he was offside.
Oh, they're checking for the offside. Let's see what he gets. He gets the grounding. Okay, that's not a problem. But TMO Brian McNeice. Certainly Mr. Jackman, Mr. Ferris, questioning whether Cooney was onside.
Screen now, can you see the screen?
I can, yeah.
It doesn't help when the four lads inside you are probably a yard further back.
Brian, it seems to me that his starting position is offside.
There's the wider angle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so just bring it back half. Can you just bring it back a couple of frames there? There was a close-in one that showed it a little clearer.
Yeah, we'll bring it back a couple of frames. I think this wide angle is the best one. So just
no, this one here, look.
Okay.
Yeah. So he seems to be ahead of 13 right there in the ruck. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so coming back, no try. You're in front of the hindmost foot.
That's disappointing. That's disappointing, but it's probably the correct decision.
So
I thought Bernard had his Leinster tinted glasses on there for a second, but it's the right call.
This line out, Tracy. And they're using Devon Toner more and more on the line out in this second half. Leinster trying to bring that maul down. There's a penalty coming as Milne goes. He's looked like quite a destructive carrier. A few times he's been on the ball. The replacement prop forward. Clarkson on the shoulder as Leinster rumble round the corner. Will not be in a massive rush here, I wouldn't think. 77 minutes on the clock with that 11-point lead. Still got the advantage.
Use it!
Off goes Ruddock now. Oh, he's such a powerful man as Rhys Ruddock. Takes two Ulstermen to stop him.
Short!
Ulster getting swamped here by purple shirts. And they must be surely running out of energy. Ulster showing a lot of heart defensively here against the Pro14 champions. 4 times European champions.
He's legal 20.
Are they going to finish with a try and make it 23 wins in a row in all competitions? Will Leinster end this season as the Invincibles? Will they complete another league and European double? Here's Rowan Osborne, and over they go, and it's Harry Byrne with the try. Such a deserving try scorer because he set up the Scott Penny score with the most sumptuous cross kick, and that finishes Ulster off.
Yeah, and again, it's just Leinster when they get you into that corner. and 5 yards out, they're relentless. They don't make the little handling errors that we see teams do. They don't come off their feet. They just build phases and drag in defenders. And there was space out wide, particularly on the right-hand side here, but eventually Leinster don't go wide. They just use their 10 to come on a hard line, a McCluskey line, Marcel Coetzee line, and smashes his way through. Sam Carter, a big second row.
Is their away record 1 win in 7, and that was against the Southern Kings, who haven't really been a match for anybody in the last couple of seasons, so that's concerning.
And of course, Munster without Michael Coyne, John Klein probably, RJ Snyman definitely. That looked like an upending
Advantage, diving in.
with a couple of seconds on the clock as Rowan Osborne gets it back, and Harry Byrne, if he wishes, can just walk the ball off the field. And how appropriate, because it was Harry Byrne who scored the final try, the try that put Ulster away. And there was a lot to like about that game, a lot to enjoy about that game. And guys, who's your Guinness player of the match?
Yeah, he didn't finish the game, but I'm going to give it to Kieran Frawley, stepping into the 12 shirt tonight. And the first 20 minutes when Leinster were really stretching Ulster, it was his playmaking ability and his work off the ball as well, and his kicking game. So Kieran Frawley, Ross Byrne, Harry Byrne, Johnny Sexton, unbelievable strength and depth at 10. Frawley's shown he's a quality 10, but for him to be able to slip into 12 gives Leo Cullen another selection option going forward.